Hi, everybody. This is Linda with Handmade Iowa. Obviously, I'm from Iowa. And I follow Amy at the Crafty Cat, and she does this color challenge every week, which was started by Tammy at Lou Frofro Studios. And every week I think, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Well, she did blue and white, and I thought, I am working on a kit from Joey Cardmaker and a Christmas kit, and there's a lot of blue in it. So I thought, what a good kind of like karma time to jump in. Here's two of his pages. I'm digging here, but there's just so many cute pages with blue. He's got blue cupcakes and all kinds of things. So I thought, what a good time to jump in. And so my first ever Color Combo 2023 challenge. And I guess I don't know the ins and outs of it. If it's tags, if it's pockets, if it's whatever. So I'm a rebel, so I'm doing whatever. So since I'm working on his kit, I've only got one signature started. Oh, there's those. Take those out. I decided I would make something to go with the kit, the book, the journal, and that puts me ahead there. So he's got this page with cookies, sugar cookies, rolling pins, sprinkles, all blah, blah, blah. So when I decided to do it, I had already put a piece of coffee dyed paper on this side. It didn't go all the way. So I decided I would either put this on there, which I trimmed off of a piece of cards, what do you call it, scrapbook paper, or would I put this on, turn it over, this just sewn together book print, wrinkle this up because it's blue, but I'm going to put a pocket down here, and I had already cut that out, so I need to back this. This has his blue cookies. I started out with this one. I was just playing when I got the inclination to do this. So I'm going to make this, put this on some cardstock quick. Actually, I'm going to have this Christmas book. I'm going to use this back page for the white. And I'll just glue it on and cut it out. And that'll be my first little blue thing. What a rainy, crappy day. Can I say crappy? It's crappy. It's been raining for like 3 days. Drizzle, rain, cold. It's like 40. My craft room is an addition, and it's not attached to the rest of my home, the heating and air conditioning. So it has a window air conditioner in the summer, and then it has a baseboard heat that's electric that's separate from my central heat. So I just turned it on today for the first time because it hasn't been that cold out here yet, but I wanted to come out here and work, and I'm like, okay, it's time to start heating that little room. You know how you always you see people on Facebook, did you turn on your heat yet? I refuse. And I'm usually like, yeah, because I want to be comfortable. So anyway, my addition is going to be heated for the rest of the winter. It's time. There's no ignoring it. Let's see if I can round this a little. We put it off as long as we can, don't we? Oh, at least I do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges. I got my coffee here. I was watching TV, and I was watching a show on this guy I follow, Peter Santinello. He's got a YouTube channel, and he goes all over, and he does series in different areas, like the Amish. I think I've talked about him before. Right now he's in Chicago, and it's on the corruption of Chicago. It's very interesting how the city works and how they've sold parts of the city off that people don't know about. But anyway, I was falling asleep. I'm like, oh, it's 1 o'clock. Can't sleep at 1 o'clock. I'm not a napper. I always feel guilty, which is so completely stupid. If your body needs it, it needs it. All right, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to do this corner so they kind of match up. Okay, get in there. Do this one. I think tonight my neighbors are going to come over and play games. I was thinking about what kind of a snacky thing I want to make. I think I'm going to go ahead and put the red on because I think it'd be cute how I'd pick up this red. Let's just do a little dress rehearsal. I like that better than this for this particular journal. Or since it's blue, I guess, should I glue this down? I don't want to go pause and go sew. I just want to be done. That might be kind of cute. It needs trimmed. So I was thinking about making some soup. It's soupy weather, isn't it? I was thinking about making a snack. My son's friend had made a bean dip with refried beans. I don't know how he made it. I think it was cream cheese. And I brought that one time. So I thought, this is going to be cute. This is what I'll do. I'll use Fabri-Tac. I was thinking about making that, but I don't know. I might just make supper, make some potato soup. My son makes fun of me because I say potato. That's okay. I'm old. I can say what I want. Potato. There. How's that? But that just sounds so good on a cold day. We have this game called, we just got it, called Foursquare? No, is that what it's called? 4 players, and it has these little numbered tiles around the outside edge. I'd never seen it before we bought it. My son bought it, actually. Numbered 1 through 9, and you have 2 dice. So you roll your dice, and you can either do flip, let's say you rolled a 3 and a 5. You can either flip down the 3 and the 5, or you can flip down the 8. First one to have all their numbers flipped is the winner. So if you get all your higher numbers done, then you can just go down to 1 dice, right? So there's probably some type of strategy to that. Maybe you would want to do the 8 first, and then if you have a 1 and a 2, you could do that, or you could do the 3. But anyway, we played it a couple weeks ago with our neighbor. He won 4 freaking games in a row. First time we'd ever played it. We got it. It just had come UPS. And he won 4 games in a row. He didn't know the game. We didn't know the game. No way to cheat. So anyway, it was quite fun. We played it last weekend. So something different. We played Scrabble last weekend. I love Scrabble. Love it. So I did terribly. I'm really good at it on the phone when I play those Facebook games, but then I cheat because I use the Word Unscrambler dictionary. I have 2 windows going. So just FYI, if you ever play Scrabble with me online, which I think everybody does that. Because how else would you know those big words? I like that blue. I'm glad I did that. Snip that little extra piece off. Okay, Let's put this on. My first blue challenge. Woohoo! I'm not obligated to keep going, Amy. So give it a whirl. Everybody I know has a sniffle. It's like you sniffle and you don't really need to blow your nose. You blow your nose because you feel like you need to, but then there's nothing coming out. And we went out to dinner last night. I went out to dinner last night with my friends, my neighbors that are coming tonight. Or we're going to their house, I'm not sure. We meaning me and my son. So, is he the one that told it? Yeah, the corn has gotten so moldy that everybody's getting a lot of respiratory troubles from the corn, the mold on the corn, which I believe it's just a really weird year for crops. There. So there's the blue. There's the blue. Get rid of that. Need something to go in. I might make a dangle. I got a lot of things set ahead. Let's make a tag. This is kind of blue. It's a different blue. Or I could put blue on this. Let's see. How am I going to do this? That's not a very pretty blue. These are his cutest in the world tags. Blue package. Okay. I guess everything doesn't have to be totally blue, does it? I think some of the men cards are blue. Oh, my nose. Oh, this cake is blue. She's got a blue sky. Merry Christmas. Oh, season's greetings, not Merry Christmas. What's wrong with my vision? Okay. I think this is just needs stamping or be fun. Wouldn't it be fun to handwrite a recipe on there? I think I'll leave that plain. I think I'll write a recipe on that. So we've got, I've got this. I could put another recipe on. This is blue. I'm going to cut, actually. I cut right along these dots. My cutter's in the other room. So that is pretty good right there. All right. Little blue recipe card. I'll decorate the back. Or should I leave it plain? How about a little, how about the cakes? Let's see. What if just look at me going all crazy here, not knowing what to do. I do have this blue napkin too, but that has nothing to do with, I'm very picky. I like my things to coordinate. We're talking about baking here. think I'll put this on the back side of this one. Let's see. I hate that glue feeling. There it is. The wind is blowing hard. Had to bring in all our plants that were gonna freeze. And I have a lot of money wrapped up in succulents. So does my son. We're both succulent crazy. Some will winter over in Iowa, like the hen and chicks. But we went a little hog wild this year buying them and potting them, and they've just grown and grown and grown. We've pulled off babies and made more pots. And oh my gosh, I had to put up shelves in the corner of my living room to house some of them. Now I have to, there's so many, I'm going to build shelves down the front of a kitchen window. I have to finish putting the shiplap up around the window. That needed to be done, but I've just gotten lazy. So I have to finish it. I'm going to put shelves down the window, like a window box or, I don't know what you call them. And put plants in the kitchen window, the succulents. We brought in a bridal wreath that's planted with, they're always potted together. I can't think of the name of it. Well, my cats want to bite it and eat it, and it's not good for cats. So that's way up on top of my china cabinet. I have one of those up there. It looks totally stupid up there. I had a collection of old porcelain teapots. They had to come down and get put away. And the plant had to go up high on top. Some of them were old. One was, what was it called? What's the country? Not Portugal. Is it Portugal? It might be Portugal. Okay, I don't like that. Portuguese pottery. It's old. I got it at the secondhand store, the thrift store. I saw it, turned it over, and I'm like, okay, that marking means something. So I stood there and researched it, and it was worth about $65. So that was a good couple of dollars spent. Someday I'll have to show a few of these treasures. I got a vase that's got filigree that stands up from the pot, and it's Italian. It starts with a V, the company. I can't tell you because I'm not a collector of it. But I saw it and I'm like, that's something. Stood there and looked it up and found one really similar. And the one I found similar was over $300. That doesn't mean this one is. And of course you have to find a buyer. And I don't sell my things, so I just know that the company marking and that somebody was tired of it and donated it to this charity shop. And I charried it right home, charitied it right to myself. But it's gorgeous. I tell my kids, don't throw anything away. I'm telling you, when I die, you gotta go through every book. Might be a $5 bill, there might be a $100 bill, there might be a candy wrapper. Don't be throwing. My daughter-in-law is so funny because she says, we're going to have a big fire. We're going to make a big fire when you die. Of course, she doesn't mean that. She loves me. She loves her mommy. I have the best daughter-in-laws. Well, what's wrong with this thing? It's brand new. But they don't have a love for the things that I love. Although having said that, My oldest son brings me some of the coolest old wood boxes. That's another thing I love. For Mother's Day, I'll get things like a World War II footlocker one year. It was literally a wooden World War II footlocker. And on the inside, it has, I can't remember what it, but it's got something about all the listings, and it's got a paper like, what do you call it, a guide to, and it's what this particular footlocker was used for. I want to say fire, something with fire, but another year he brought me this really, really old, big, huge square toolbox with a line down the middle so you could lay your tools on each side, like a man's old farm toolbox. Big, huge handle with a hole in the middle. And it was a whole bunch of different kinds of paint on it. It was really old. I still have it, of course. But my grandkids thought it was mean that he was giving it to me. They didn't understand that it was probably one of the best things I've ever gotten. He knows his mom likes junk. So this is going to be the white side. I need to do something on the other side. Maybe I will just, that's going the wrong direction. I don't want to tear this. It's so pretty. Where's my man? These are too short. Okay, I'm going to, it's a cookie page. See how hard we make this? We make it harder than it needs to be. So what could be on this side? That's that. I know what I could do. I could look through these Christmas books. These are some of my secondhand store finds. Oh, a Santa in a blue coat. That's, oh, kids cooking. That's the wrong generation. Era. But does it matter at Christmas with this book? Gosh, isn't that sweet? I think I'm going to go with this. Actually, this doesn't even have to stay in this book. What am I talking about? I'm just doing the challenge, right? I can just do a blue tag. Okay, so I think that'll work. Let's see. About ready to start Christmas shopping. Usually I have things well underway. They're getting old enough, my grandchildren, that they don't, I think everybody likes to open a package, but I think they'd rather have gift cards or money. It just gets hard. I just feel bad giving money to little kids. I know my 15-year-old, he would be ordering stuff for his first vehicle. My granddaughter's pretty easy. The one little one, she's going to be 8 this month, next week, actually. And she's easy. She loves clothes and shoes, though. I think for 7 years old, 8 years old, that seems so young to like those things. She loves clothes. What I'd like to do is pay for the rooms at a hotel with a water park and everybody go. But every year I ask about it and nobody's interested. We're about 5 hours from the Wisconsin Dells, which, of course, they got tons of indoor ones, really nice water parks with their hotels. And I just think it'd be so fun to go as the whole family. I have 4 kids. 3 are married with children. And 1 is 28 and moved home about a year after COVID. And he's in college. So I said, just stay here. Who cares? I don't care. You're not a basement dweller. He is actually studying the insurance exams right now. But he's in college. He's got a lot of college. But he switched directions after psychology, 3 years of psych, and said, I'm not going to college for 10 years. I don't want to do it anymore. And I just said, you know what? Education is never wasted. You've learned what you've learned. He used it in retail when he worked for some big retail stores, H&M Clothing, Express Clothing, Hot Topic. He was in management. And I said, you took that with you in management when you did the hiring and interviews and how you handled, I think I'm going to put an eyelet in this, how you handled the people when you had to discipline or, read through if they were giving you a line about why they didn't come to work, things like that. But now he's in media, mixed media, or not mixed media, like radio, television, all that, whatever that's called. What am I doing? Let's see, is this the big one? Gosh, I don't use the big one very often. I use the smaller one. Let me find my hole. So there's already a hole there. There we go. So, he's my sidekick. He goes and does his thing in the summer. He goes out boating every weekend and hangs out with everybody in the neighborhood. I don't go anymore. I used to go. I don't go anymore. I don't want to spend 7 hours out in the water floating around. So there's that. Why is that crooked? I did that. You know what? I'm not bothered. I'm just going to leave it. But I got to put these up here. Those are my sewing scissors. I will destroy them in no time. Okay. Let's put something blue through it. There's the piece I trimmed off. I used to love the water. I mean, I still do, but shush. Water skied all the time. Lived to water ski. There we go. That'll work. There's a tag. I could do something on the other side. Let's see. My fingers are so sticky. I don't really want to stamp it. Let's see. How about putting some different labels on? Piece of book page, maybe. Have a stamp. These are all from Joe. These aren't, but these are all from Joey's kit. The stamp, the little postcardy thing. This is cute. I want to make this. I'll do that next. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. Should I put a piece of music, maybe? Here's the music. The bad thing is the music's on one side, and then you lose the photo. Okay. See amid the winter snow. Snow is coming. It's inevitable. My nephew lives in North Pole, Alaska, and he's already getting the snow. Let's see. I would not want to live like that. I don't know how they do it. Watched a little bit of what's that called? The eclipse today in Texas. It was being streamed live. We couldn't see it in Iowa. The next one is in, I think they said April. So that would be fun. I think we would have to travel. My son looked it up. We would have to go to southern Missouri, northern Arkansas to be able to see it, because it doesn't come this far north, which would be a fun trip, actually. My friend's in Texas, and I was going to text them and see if they were watching it. They're by Grapevine, Texas, Fort Worth, somewhere around in that area. I wonder what they thought, the ancients, when that first happened, way back to the days of the soothsayers. I would imagine they thought it was of the devil or the pagans, would be my guess. The Druids is what I meant to say. Pagans too. Druids. What was her name? Queen Mary of Scott. Well, they used, what was his name? The soothsayer, the famous one. Oh, I'm blank. There. See amid the winter's, a mud. I said a mud. Amid the winter snow. Put this tag. Everything's already inked. Should I stamp it? Let's put a little stamp. And the glue, so gross. Or should I put the 25th? I don't want to cover him up, he's too pretty. We'll put this on there. This is not from Joey's kit, this is from some scrapbook paper. That came. That's enough of that. Okay, there's a simple tag, not a lot to it. I'll stick that in. I can move that around. So we have a tag. I want to do something with this. Real quick, I need a piece of lace. Actually, I have this blue. this blue. There's some blue. I don't like that. I don't have any blue. I just need a piece of lace. Real quick. That's too wide. Let's see. This will work. I love this. I'm going to be really sad when this is gone. I need to go to that antique shop. None of you guys live by me, so I can tell it. I've told it before. She had a suitcase sitting on the floor, and it was full of linens with the lid opened. And I cannot believe I walked past it, but I did. And I've kicked myself ever since. What did I do with that white? Because it said make offer. I don't want to make an offer. I want to know what you want so I can decide, oh, that's too much. I can't really swing it. I don't need that much. Will you split it up? I should have just, I love this lady. She's very sweet. And I buy a lot of stuff from her. And I think I respect her, and I know I don't like lowballing people. I think it's rude. It's not a garage sale, okay? So it has a value. And she knows what she has in it. So I'm going to go back down there and just talk to her. And maybe I'll just go through it. Last time I was down, I suppose about a month ago, I bought the picture of the fruit, the old picture of the fruit sitting in a bowl. I bought one of those, and it was framed, and put it in my kitchen. It's so cute. I had to take I had to take a shelf down and the picture down that was there to replace it, and the shelf had to go too. It's very vintage, very fun. Okay, there's this, and his little, where'd that thing go? Oh, here it is. This needs backed. So I need more lace. Not. It seems like you never have what you need, though. And some of mine isn't old at all. There we go. Oh, that wind is rustling. I think we're done mowing yards. It was so windy the other night. I didn't hear it. I don't know how I didn't hear it. It was kind of outside my bedroom door. I went out yesterday to go somewhere with my son, and I said, look at that. And I have an old barn ladder leaning against my garage with if you know what a milk bucket is, little baby calves, when they drink from a bucket with the nipple on the bucket and the milk supplement is in the bucket. You hold it there and the little baby calves drink. It's one of those, and it was potted full. So picture a galvanized bucket full of dirt, rocks in the bottom about 3 inches. That's not going to work. Full of flowers, dying flowers, but they were still in it. And a sign, and the wind had blown the whole thing over. and there was a vintage wooden shutter behind it. What should I put on this? Let me think. Got lace, maybe another lace. Maybe a piece of blue fabric. That's not going to tear. I have yo-yos too. Not the 60s though, or the 50s, but let's see. Help, help, help. I know this is a tab for a page. I'm just going to see what it would be like. I'm leaning towards yo-yos. Actually, I got another idea. Oh, I just cut that in half. Look what I did. That was totally stupid. Actually, wouldn't a piece of this be cute? And the lace. That's it. That's it. Should I have a little of the red? Oh, let's see right here. Is that enough blue and red? Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you can, look at how many pieces there are to this. I think I might snip it apart. So it's not so thick. All right. There's the flannel they've added. Here's another fabric. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So they've added to this quilt over the years. I love that. They do that. So let's do that and that. And this. And then, I can't believe I cut that like that. And maybe that's it. I'm going to glue them together with Fabri-Tac. Ah! I don't want to glue this. This I want to punch. Okay, that's wet. Should I put a yo-yo on it? And then this. I could punch this through the yo-yo. Let's just see if it'll work. I would never buy one of these again. Never, never, never. Let's see. Put a pencil mark. I wish I had the handheld. I'm going to get one of those. Okay, there's that. Let me put the eyelid on if I can get a hold of them. Okay. I feel like something should be under that. I wish I had a really, actually I do. Let's put that on there. This piece here was Valance's from Walmart that I had in my bedroom. I had I'm going to say 5-bedroom house prior to this one with a wraparound porch on 3 sides. Beautiful. Third owners, my husband and I. We were the third owners to the house. One of the original houses in the area, and I don't know if that's going to go through. Does it need to go through that? No, it doesn't. Well, come on now. It was huge. I want it out. It was just like, I don't want to take care of this anymore. One of those kind of houses. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, one of the bedrooms, I redid it. A very soft Victorian wallpaper. Put a little ice cream settee in the corner. And actually, this was the end of the Valances. How cute is this? And then it was sheer. So this dangled. And the windows had, when we bought the house, the windows had wood shutters top and bottom. And they like fully closed, you know, like vintage shutters. I took the top ones off. And I painted the bottom ones white. Okay, that is what we're doing with that. It's a beautiful room. I had an old garden gate with the scrolly iron top in there leaning against the wall, and I had pictures, old pictures on it. So my friend was coming from California, my bestie, and she had just gone through cancer, breast cancer, double mastectomy to be specific. And she came to see me during her healing process, spent time with me in Iowa. I wore her out. Yeah, she landed in Omaha one day. I picked her up and brought her back to my house. And the next day we drove to Fargo, North Dakota. She was just, it killed her. She was worn out, but we laughed so hard. We got lost. I didn't take the interstate. I took the wrong exit, and we ended up in the middle of nowhere. And I said, well, we're heading north. And she had an iPhone, so she was asking Siri for directions, and I had a Google Maps on my Samsung. And we come down this hill of this county road. The road was called K. And she goes, there's trucks all along going down the hill, all the way up the hill, in the fields. And she goes, what in the hell is going on? Like that. What in the hell? We're talking about a Huntington Beach girl. There's my blue tag thingy from Joey. I think I'll put something on that. What in the hell is going on? I said, it's an auction. A what? It's an auction, a farm auction. Oh, it was hilarious. She had no idea. She didn't. They're selling machinery. That was funny. Yeah. Let's do this. Good memories. Sometimes it pays to get lost so you can be found again, right? Okay, that is all I'm going to do. There's my blue, a little dangle. I could actually dangle this out of a signature somewhere on a page. Actually, listen to me saying actually. I'll back this real good and I'll dangle it on this page. That's what I'll do. We've got the red, the cookies, the blue, and the blue page. Maybe I'll put some yo-yos on here. I feel like it needs something, but I just don't. I want to write a recipe on there, so I'm going to leave it alone. That's my decision. I'm leaving it alone. This would be okay up here, though. It's the wrong blue. I'll do this quick. Then I'm going to go make some potato soup. And I thicken it with, I didn't do it when my kids were growing up, and my mom didn't do it. I don't know how I got started doing it, buying instant potatoes in the bag, like Ore-Ida flavored ones. I've started putting in a big bag of, I think they're called Loaded, stirring that in with my chunks of potatoes to thicken it. That's so good. I am not kidding you. There. So there's that. I think I'll round these corners and make this a pocket. There. All right. Okay, that's what we'll do. I'll just do the sides so you can put something long through if you want, like a longer tag. Santa can go somewhere else. I'll do that. And that's it. I'm calling it quits for the blue. This is my very first color combo 2023 with Tammy at Lou Fro Crafty Cat. It's been fun. It's a learning experience. I'm going to back this and hang this little dangle. That's my blue. I've accomplished my first color combo. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.